Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Surviving Mars, Blue and Beyond. We are in New Ulm. Here's our big, glorious Drake dome. Everything's looking great on that front. We have now 687 pops. Yeah, our population kind of skyrocketed all of a sudden, didn't it? That's getting a little out of control. We are landing some of our rockets down over here. We did finish another mission over an asteroid, which is going to bring in another 38 exotic minerals. We need a fair bit more if I want to get a dome underground, as well as the struts, which do require these minerals for maintenance, and ideally, maybe even the bottomless pit lab. If you're wondering what the bottomless pit lab does, it basically just gives you science. Like, literally, you just contribute resources to it and have, like, 3 people work it at a shift, and then it just produces science for you. So it's not like we need it. By the time that we could actually access the bottomless pit and build out a wonder, we're kind of at a point where I don't think I need any underground research, but it is a thing that we could do. So, you know, your mileage may vary as far as whether you think that's worth it or not. But there we go. Do we feel like expanding this? Answer is yes. I would like to expand the Mohole mine and increase the amount of metals and such I'm getting. We have plenty of machine parts coming in right now, so I think that is a fine investment. As far as polymers, doing pretty good. As far as electronics, looking pretty good. So aside from metals, we're actually like on top of pretty much everything right about now. We should be delivering some seeds to a lot of these forestation plants, which will allow us to start planting down some lichen. So the terraforming process is very slowly beginning here, but of course now we do have some toxic rain, which will kill a lot of that off and mess with my fertility. That does, you know, sort of suck, but I mean, such is the way of things. Until the planet becomes more Earth-like, what can we do? Answer, not a whole lot. One thing I am finding highly frustrating is my inability to create enough jobs anymore. Every single building I've got is at absolute maximum employment, with the exception of maybe some security offices, which I don't even need. So at this point, what I'm kind of looking for are just jobs to keep people occupied, but not necessarily anything I actually need. Which is a weird position to be in, I do admit. I'm not sure I like that. One thing we could certainly do is start placing down some workshops, which is a place where people can just kind of be creative, I guess, and tinker. It's not usually something I would consider to be very worthwhile, but if we have this many extra jobs and I've got plenty of resources, there's not really any reason not to, I do suppose. Beyond that, like, what else do I need? You know, we've got all of the resources. I got people working overtime trying to get more metals extractor. I got people going to college to get more stuff that I don't need. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. What else am I supposed to do? Let's go ahead and build another rocket over here, by the way. We have some additional projects, including the cloud seeding and such. Could also just launch some space mirrors and increase the temperature by a lot, which can be nice. This just triggers rainfalls. Hopefully good ones. I don't know if it can trigger the toxic rain. It might be able to do that. If that's the case, then you don't want to turn that on yet. But when we have only clear rains, well, then that'll be good for me. Oh, and actually, now that we've got 40% atmosphere, pure rains are possible. That does not mean that toxic rains are impossible. It only means that now we can have nice clear rain, which can be good. Let's go ahead and land some rockets. I see that I have some deliveries back from Earth, so we'll go ahead and drop you off. Drop off a whole bunch more seeds. I did set up some farms to start planting down seeds on occasion. Here we go, like this. Which is going to reduce my overall food production by a bit, which could be a problem. I don't know, but there we go. What on earth? McAsteroid face? Oh, good lord. All right, there's no record of this, huh? All right, scan it. Let's find out what they got. I want to know what's on McAsteroid face. Of course. There you are. All right, so you've got 75 exotic minerals. Wow. Not to mention some rare metals and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Okay. You don't seem half bad. I think we need to visit this asteroid for sure. We'll send the Rosetta, and we'll extract everything we can. Might have another small problem here. Rosetta apparently can't launch, and I have no idea why. It's got everything it's supposed to. It says it's loading resources, but that's untrue. Everything has been delivered at this point. So I have no idea why they're acting as if they can't launch. Something is causing this to break. Could it be the transport? I've never used one of those before. It was indeed the transport. Interesting. For some reason, oh, well, no, it's because they're busy. Ah, darn it, I could have launched this. Okay, I keep forgetting. If you have your stuff on automated mode and they're actively going and doing a job, it'll say, oh, we're not supposed to use that. Which, like, okay, I appreciate the thought and the effort there, guys, but I wanted to send an RC transport. Oh, well. Only lost a few hours trying to figure that one out. Let's go back to McAsteroid Face and see what incredible stuff we're going to have there. I got more seeds, by the way. Who wants more seeds? Anyone want more seeds? We got more seeds. Let's just go ahead and deliver. All right, we've arrived at McAsteroid Face. It better be a hilarious giant smiley face or something. Ah, it's not. It is, however, a really good shape for me because one simple placement means I should be able to gather up almost every single thing here. Wow, that's pretty solid. All right, I'll take it. Oh, this is going to be good. Service bots, a new breakthrough tech I just discovered. Non-medical service buildings mean that more workers are needed and it always works at maximum performance. That's pretty good. It's certainly going to make this unemployment situation a heck of a lot worse. So this is going to get fun. All right. Well, sounds like we're creating some sort of a little socialist utopia down over here. Right, well, yeah, all right, no, this is gonna be fine. We're just gonna have everyone work in workshops and pretend that they're being busy or something. Leisure it is. Karl Marx was right. Ooh, progress has been made. Melted the polar ice caps, and now we have blue skies. And also, I had a dust storm scheduled, but apparently it is now gone. Thank you, higher atmosphere. Okay, so no more dust storms are a thing, and the skies have turned blue, which basically means for the rest of the game, everything's gonna look like the color saturation is completely messed up. Wait, I'm confused. I was told there was gonna be no more dust storms. Why is there a dust storm right now? All right. I was promised no more dust storms because we have blue skies. Okay. I guess one more kick for the road? Sure, why not? Oh, also no more cold waves. Well, thank you, Space Mirror. That helps. And we are leaving McAsteroid Face. That was another, I think, 49 minerals there. That's not half bad. All things looking pretty good. The dome is out of life support. What? How is that supposed to be Okay, well, that's a problem. We have no way of solving that for a while. Oh, it's the leaks. Of course, there were a couple of leaks that didn't get addressed. Do you know why they didn't get addressed? Because apparently metals are extremely hard to come by, and the result is, all of a sudden, I don't have any oxygen because all of it leaked out because there were no metals to perform repairs. So while I was looking at the asteroid, I think I just killed everybody in this dome. I might literally have just done that. I'm not sure there's any solution. This is about to be really bad. Let's see if they can survive for one more day. I'm not sure how long they've been out of oxygen. Okay, some people are starting to die. Here we go. 7, 8, 9. Oh boy, we got 2 hours left. How many more are going to die? This is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot. Don't worry, we can regenerate our population pretty quick, right? 15? And 16? And 19 is for the final death. Nope, 20 so far. Okay, but wait, why do we not have... Hello? Why is the oxygen not turned on? Moxie? You should be providing oxygen now. What's going on? Wait a minute. No, there's something else wrong here. This thing is attached to this. It should be providing 6.1 oxygen, but nothing is getting put into the dome. What? What? Where else could the oxygen possibly be going? There's no more leaks, right? Oh, of course there's a single other leak. Gosh, fine, get out of here. All right, well, because I missed that, like 11 more people died. Oh, well, that solves some of the unemployment problem, doesn't it? Oh, good, and we have even more problems. Now we have no life support in any of these domes, too, because water is down because, once again, there are leaks everywhere. Can I please point out, again, that that dust storm wasn't supposed to exist? There was not supposed to be a dust storm because I had blue skies and that was all cleared out? Yeah? No? No one wants to bother with that? Okay. Yeah, that's the reason we're having all these problems. All right, well, as long as we can recover from this, the good news is it should never have to happen again. On the other hand, we are now also reaching a point where I am no longer able to get enough food. We have some harvests coming in keeping me afloat, but you may notice this is dropping rather rapidly. So I've gone ahead and researched the Fungal Farms, and since we have so many people who are unemployed, why not? We can just go ahead and have these people go and work some simple, cheap shifts. It's not a very effective system, Farms are obviously better, but they also take longer to set up. To try and avoid this being a repeat issue, I'm going to go ahead and build out another dome over here. There are 3 metals deposits in this area, some of which actually have quite a few metals to spare. My hope is we'll be able to use these to supply a good amount of metals to the rest of the base, since the mohole extractor is clearly not enough at this point. And also maybe turn this into a bit of a farming dome, so geologists and botanists are going to be located over here in a new dome called Alistair. Ah, here's some more terraforming progress. No more toxic rains are a thing. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go ahead and launch some of these rare metals back to Earth. I am bringing back a supply of more food as well as some more metals to make up for the fact that we still are not making anywhere near enough metals. I have upgraded the mohole to 2 levels, so we're producing a fair bit, but it's still nowhere near enough. I am consuming an absolute ton. Maybe we should pull back a little bit on machine parts. I mean, I hate to end some jobs, but I think we may have to. We're kind of consuming way more than I can handle right now. Something else we're going to try to do that might help with some of our issues is place down an open farm. And these guys do take up some seeds, but drones will be able to start growing me some food, which sounds pretty nice. I think we start by placing down some simple cover crops, followed by... I actually need to do this a couple times in order to get the soil back up. It's going to be a little while before some of these open farms really become useful, but drones can work these instead of colonists, and kind of in bulk, so this is certainly one other way to solve some food problems. Okay, I think we're once again getting our footing underneath us. Food is starting to go back up a little bit. A little power loss at night, not a big deal. We're starting to get a deposit of metals again, and it's not just because of this molehole mine. That's one thing of it, but Alistair down over here has both of these guys working overtime with a few geologists, and that alone is getting me enough per soul to start building up a bit of a stockpile once again. So we're starting to get there. I've got 3 farms that are going to be working over here as soon as we get some more population, and yes, this open farm is gradually increasing the soil quality. It's going to be a while before this gets anywhere really useful, and it's going to take a lot of seeds, but we're getting somewhere with it. Found another asteroid. This one has 3 separate exotic mineral deposits, one of which is deep, which I don't know if we can extract without using colonists specifically. Let's just see real quick. If I bring this along, it seems to act as if I can. All right, well, we're going to try it. With any luck, we actually can gather up some of these materials. Okay, I think we now are at a point where we can finally start getting something with these open farms. So I've swapped out the cover crops since we have very good soil quality. I'm going to use wheat primarily to increase the soil a little bit, and you get 12 food every 3 souls, so that's 4 per soul on average. Then leaf crops, which take away from it a little bit. They just grow faster. It's still kind of the same amount of food, though, 4 for every 1 soul. So I don't know if there's a huge point in doing this, aside from the fact that it costs less seeds, but I figured we might as well. These guys end up restoring the same amount of soil quality. It just costs a tiny bit more less seeds for the same amount of food overall. So that's what we're going for there. So we'll see how much this actually ends up harvesting as far as food. But between the 2 open farms, I am hopeful. Apparently, you can prefab this building. I think that's hilarious. I mean, obviously it has to rebuild all the soil quality, but that's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, these open farms were great. Okay, we're sitting on 232 food worth over here already. That's taking, like, no time at all. Not to mention we're harvesting more seeds, so it kind of is self-sustaining now that we're actually growing. Oh, yeah, no, this works. All right, farming is no longer an issue. I don't even know why I made this dome. I regret everything about it. Sorry, Alistair. Ah, and here's something fun and new that I'm working on. We're going to build up the Omega Telescope, which should be able to get me a bunch of new breakthroughs. We also just had a Marsquake. This is the first time we've had a Marsquake on the surface that actually caused any damage. It's usually all for the underground. It's because I'm building all these magnetic buildings. It's actually increasing localized Marsquakes by a lot. Whatever. All right, so this thing's going to get built up, and we're going to find out what kind of breakthroughs I'm going to gain. Ah, and cloud seeding is done. Fresh rain. Excellent. Okay, Mega Telescope, what did you bring for me today? We have access to instant and free power cable construction, and they no longer have power faults. Well, that's actually kind of useful. Would have been better, earlier. Domes are cheaper. All right, sure. And drones move faster. It's not outstanding, but all right, we'll kind of work with it, sure. Well, I think we struck the motherlode on that asteroid. 109 exotic minerals on the way. That is more than enough for us to construct pretty much whatever I want down in the underground. and still have a bunch left over to continue maintaining it for a good long while. So we're looking pretty darn happy right about now, and I think that means this is a good place for me to ending this particular video. Might end up being a little bit on the shorter side, hard to tell with jump cuts, but hopefully it's not too crazy for you guys. I'm thinking next video we can finally dedicate specifically to working in the underground and getting the domes set up, and maybe even that bottomless pit lab that we totally have no use for. That way we can walk away from this saying we've truly explored all of the different content available in this expansion. So, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.